Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of The Danny Show. I'm your host, Daniel Cody, giving you commentary and reviews on all things wrestling. For those of you who are new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, 6EAV Popcorn, for your subscription. I really appreciate that. And for those of you who have missed it, I did a review on Extreme Rules this past Monday morning. Be sure to check that out as I give my thoughts on the event and the strange turnabouts at the end. And also be sure to check out Unforgiven, review from the past 1999. I gave a review on that also last week. Be sure to check that out as well. But for now, let's talk about SmackDown's first draft pick. And thank you guys for watching my review from the past on Extreme Rules 2012. Thank you for that. Let's get started. As we open up the show, we found out that Belair is going to Raw. Why? Also, coming to SmackDown, Charlotte Flair, who is also the Raw Women's Champion. Big E, WWE World Heavyweight Champion, stays on Raw. And Roman stays on SmackDown. And like he said, he's number one. So, you have that. And Roman Reigns, who was number one, opens the show up. A mixed reaction from the crowd as there's half chanting for Roman, half booing. So Paul Heyman speaks up for Roman and insults Baltimore like Donald Trump did a couple of years back. Moving forth, after Roman said a couple of words, Brock Lesnar surprisingly showed up to SmackDown and they had a face-to-face moment and it turned into fist blows. Suplex City, Roman took a tour, and then his cousins came in and they took a tour. And Jimmy Uso didn't really sell the F5 the way we're used to, because if you pay close attention, he landed on his feet before landing completely on the floor. That's not all. Later on that night, we found out that Brock Lesnar is a free agent. And of course, Brock Lesnar had a 2002 nostalgia reunion face-to-face with newly draft pick Jeff Hardy before announcing that he was a free agent to WWE, meaning he can do whatever he wants and go wherever he wants. Drop the mic. And so Paul Heyman, for whatever reason, is standing there with his hands over his face. And he's in tears like he just got sent to the principal's office and his parents came and told him, "You're going to be in big trouble when you get home, young man." But either way, Paul Heyman is just, I don't know what the deal is. Yes, my tribal chief. You're my tribal chief. I'm your wise man. That's the type of stuff you do when you get in trouble, when your parents come to the principal's office because you messed up pretty bad as far as your behavior is concerned in class. So that happens, and I hope for Paul Heyman's sake that the Usos stay on SmackDown, or we're going to see Roman Reigns channel The Undertaker. Some of you saw the shorts from earlier this morning when The Undertaker, we had that flashback where The Undertaker was announced number one back in 2002, and he threw chairs and stuff before busting through the room as he was announced the number one Raw pick in 2002. Did you or did you not tell me that Ric Flair would not pick me? And then Kurt Angle's heart was broken because he was not number one, but he was number two. But hey, Undertaker was pissed. So we might see that happen with Roman Reigns. Moving forth, what in the free world is this ridiculous, stupid angle between Happy Corbin and one of the Joker's goons? Who let the Joker's goon out of jail, out of Arkham Asylum? Somebody call Batman. Hello? Yes, Batman. Yeah, what's up? It turns out one of your goons escaped Arkham Asylum. Who? One of the Joker's guys. Where is he? He's working with Baron Corbin right now as some mad guy in a hat who tells a bunch of lame, stupid jokes that don't do anything. Oh yeah, he sucks at telling jokes. I'll be there shortly. Sorry, folks, Batman was on the line there. I just had to inform him that one of his goons got out of prison and is working with Baron Corbin. This is the dumbest angle I ever seen. I mean, I like Kevin Owens, but this is, and I love how Pat McAfee called it. How did he say it? It is the laughing duo of stupidity. Yes, thanks to his little Joker goon from outside, um, Baron Corbin does the end of days, or as Michael calls it, happy days outside of the ring and inside of the ring for the 1, 2, 3. And Kevin Owens is being used in a ridiculous fashion. And I like Kevin Owens. He's being used in a ridiculous fashion. If he is set to go to AEW, WWE, y'all messed up. As much as I'm a WWE fan, this angle is ridiculous. I like Kevin Owens. But this angle with one of Joker's henchmen and Baron Corbin, it's ridiculous. It's just totally ridiculous. But on to some good news. Drew is on SmackDown. RK Bro stays on Raw. New Day is coming to SmackDown. Y'all just won't let the New Day stay together. If last year they split New Day's Xavier and Kofi and left Big E on SmackDown, now Big E's on Raw and New Day's Kofi and Xavier is going to SmackDown, which is awesome by the way. But the trio just y'all just won't let the trio stay. But hey, and also Edge is going to Raw. But at least we get to settle this angle with Edge and Seth Rollins real soon. Which, speaking of, Edge was here tonight and called out Rollins, but Rollins was storylined at Edge's house. This is a bad idea. And this is storyline speaking. But one day, 20 years from now, if Seth Rollins is still wrestling, 20 years from now, Seth, you better hope you don't reap what you sow, dude. You go after a man's family. This is the second time you done went after a man's family. You did it with the Mysterios. Now you're doing it with Edge. You're gonna reap what you sow one day. Now, as ridiculous as the Joker's goon escaping Arkham Asylum to work with Baron Corbin, I saw something that was quite strange, silly, and the audience thought was stupid. And that was Liv Morgan versus Carmella. And Carmella, as we all know, has this tiny 1.5 star angle of herself being the most prettiest woman in WWE. We get it. That's what Instagram is for. But either way, Liv Morgan was set to face her, and Liv goes for the forearm to start the match, but Carmella puts on this strange looking masquerade mask. Masquerade masks don't look like that from a woman's perspective, but hey, anything can happen. I don't know. But it was. I haven't seen. I don't think I've ever seen a masquerade mask like that before, but I don't know what to say. I really don't. I don't. Moving on, Corbin and his goon who escaped Arkham Asylum will be on SmackDown. No, he ain't. He's going to Raw. So Raw, that's y'all problem from now on. Nikki, wait, no, he doesn't. Yeah, he does. Nikki, ASH, and Rhea stays on Raw. Hit Row's on SmackDown, and Keith Lee stays on Raw. No, wait a minute. Corbin stays on SmackDown with Arkham Asylum escapee. Now things get a little bit more entertaining with the New Day and the Street Profits versus the Alpha Academy and the Dirty Dolls. I gotta say this. Shad Gable to me reminds me a lot of Kurt Angle. The way he moves, he just reminds me a lot of Kurt Angle. When Montez Fort went for that leap into the ring and Shad Gable caught it, that was pretty cool. That was very that was a good counter, and Kurt would be proud to see that. Also, another great highlight besides Shad Gable's amazing talent is Montez Ford being the high flyer that he is. I wish he wrote "I Believe I Could Fly." Um, he makes himself well known, and the New Day, Big E and Kofi Kingston close out the match, pinning Bobby Roode for their first night on Friday Night SmackDown. New Day just became SmackDown is about to have a new day, a positive day, not the end of days like Joker's henchmen's. But either way, think more to come. You could see the displeasure in Sonya's face when she announced Naomi is going to be remaining on SmackDown. I got to see Naomi versus Sonya. Like if you agree. Also, the Mysterios are going to Raw. Why? Jeff Hardy is on SmackDown, and Austin Theory, who was part of NXT group The Way, is on Raw. Man. Hey, don't go watering the guy down. But also, Hit Row is on SmackDown also. That's gonna be awesome. Now, let's get into this main event between. It is a WrestleMania rematch main event between Bianca Belair and the returning Sasha. We don't know what happened to Sasha and why she was not able to compete at SummerSlam. If you do know, please let me know in the comment section why she was not there because I was made unaware. But after her shocking return at Extreme Rules several days ago, Sasha competed in her first match against Bianca. First of all, let me say Sasha's outfit, that was pretty cool. Real cool. Pretty hot as well. Also, moving on, great match between both of those guys. Becky Fur Coat Lynch was on commentary and fussing and being angry, and Michael Cole, like Joey Styles, was trying to call the match and not ignore the moves and the holds and things of that nature. But of course, there was a bit of some debating going on, and of course, we try to focus on the match and the task at hand and not focus too much on build-ups and things like that, which is what Joey Styles said he had a problem with many years ago. He kind of has a point. And of course, it was a great match. We saw Sasha pay homage to Eddie Guerrero. We saw Bianca Belair's strength, but thanks to a sneak attack, thanks to Becky Lynch pulling Bianca's hair, don't mess with Bianca's hair. That is Bianca's number one commandment. But she pulled her hair, and Sasha was able to get herself a win against Bianca in this amazing rivalry between those two. It was a roll-up pin, and shockingly, before I go any further, I cannot wait to see that triple threat match at it's Crown Jewel. I get them mixed up because both of those events were held in Saudi Arabia. And now it's safe to travel again, hopefully. But Crown Jewel, that triple threat match is going to be awesome. Just as much as Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns will also be awesome. But after the roll-up pin that Sasha gave to Bianca, Sasha gets the victory. And before she could celebrate, I hope Sasha didn't lose her teeth because Charlotte Flair came and gave her the big boot. And keep in mind, she has on those block heels, so you could knock someone's teeth out with that. You thought a stiletto heel was dangerous. A block heel could do some damage too. And Charlotte's the only person that I know that can fight somebody, besides Trish Stratus, who can fight somebody while wearing heels. Bianca can lift Becky Lynch while wearing heels, as we found out a couple of weeks back. But Bianca Sasha won the match. Charlotte came and stole the thunder by wiping everyone out, holding up her Raw Women's Championship, and Becky Lynch holding her SmackDown Women's Championship. Which means something's got to give, because if both of them stay on SmackDown, then Raw's not going to have a champion. And I'm betting that before this is over, somebody with one of those three, this is my bet, because they have to have a champion. My bet is this: between Sasha, Bianca, and Becky Lynch, whoever wins that match and is still and becomes champion, one of those three will be drafted to Raw, so that someone on that brand can have a champion, and Charlotte can stay on SmackDown as your WWE Smackdown Women's Champion. But that's my bet. We don't know what can happen, but that's all the time I have for you right now. We'll see what happens, and I'll be back this Sunday with a review from the past on No Mercy 2004, including the last ride match with true life best friends but bitter rivals, JBL versus The Undertaker, in a last ride hearse match. The only time I like to see hearse, by the way. See you then, folks. Have a good weekend.